What is up, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Northern Princess. Welcome to San Jose. To San Jose. San Jose, my fuck. I'm meaning the same way at least one person or one culture member of Seven whereof has. Welcome to San Francisco. Today we're doing a bootleg video. It's the MP36 movie, but I'm taking train 310 from San Francisco down to San Jose, Arizona. So, to do a route loading video, we hop up in the cab, shut the doors, and what I'm going to do first and foremost is go Control F. Is it F1? Yeah. So we're going to go F. Let's do Control. I figure out how to get rid of that. Okay, well what we've got to do is we're going to keep it up in this format here, which will give us the notification of when we can release our doors. Quickly preparing the cab for departure. Reverse it in, forward. Put it over after passenger. Go to initial, independent brake, will stay where it is. Headlights, those have been preset for us. We'll get our controlling systems. Got gauge lights, that's what I want on there. Okay, better start this with the hat. Okay, we can lock the doors now. Go HEP on, and I'll put it to the run side. So, welcome, I say, to San Jose Diridon. Our first stop is 22nd Street, about a mile away. So let's just hide the hood and get going. So what I'm going to do is actually just release that. I'm going to take a little bit of power. Our starting speed limit here is 10 miles per hour. So we'll be taking this train as far as San Jose Diridon. The train in reality actually continues on to San Jose Tamian Station afterwards. Our journey with the train today is about 70 minutes total duration time. So there we go, got the speed up to about 10 miles an hour now, so I'm just going to idle the power, allow the train to coast. So the speed limit does increase to 25 miles per hour. Just going to get rid of the bell. The speed limit does increase to 25 miles an hour once we pass this curve, but I'll show you guys the increase point. So we're just initially right now going past San Francisco carriage sidings. I am trying a new thing with the face cam. I'm recording actually on a different PC to my normal one today, hence I'm going to sound a bit different, probably a bit nicer in fairness. And I'm also using OBS to record instead of my usual, which is GeForce. And I'm sitting in a different area of my room, which also sound very different probably. Just gonna go. A little nudge of power in, just to allow the train to continue along at speed, or some sort of speed at least. I've got to say this is the MP36, as I've already done the first look video on it. I'll include that in the description down below. But it's honestly, I've got to say I absolutely love driving this train. I was, even when we had it at work, I was testing it every single opportunity, predominantly because I enjoyed driving it. I think this cab, amongst other things, just is so different to anything else on the American railroads. Let's just get that open. Or anything else? Actually, oh, didn't know that was a thing. There we go. We'll just close that. But yeah, so it's so different. So on train 928, for those of you wondering, that's a mile. That sign there, that X is a mile to 22nd Street station. One of the things we can actually do now that we're coming, now that we've got ourselves rolling a little bit, so just going to put initial brake application on and just do what's called a rolling brake test. Basically, obviously, as you can imagine, with every train we drive, the brakes are going to be a little bit different. You've got a general idea of what they're going to be like. But this train could have been in the depot last night getting new brakes fitted, or it could be going out of service after it does this service to get new brakes fitted. You can never ever tell. So it's just down to your good judgment as a train driver, basically. That green sign ahead there, that's our 25 light. So we're going to be increasing the power going past that. Now, on the Caltrain network, I'm not sure what the procedure is around sounding your horn going across crossings, so we'll be sounding the horn just as I would any of the American train. Once again, speed take up to 25. Beautiful early morning start today. So I'm going to let the train start bringing us up a bit. 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, I missed the horns there. I was too busy focusing on the speed, but I guess that's the thing. If you know, what's more important, getting the speed right or sounding your horn? We could actually go, and we will actually go right there to 40 miles an hour now. Now that we've cleared that crossing. Just gonna go straight into full power now. Probably not quite. Yeah, we can do full power. The bell straight off now that we've cleared the crossing. Yep, put the train up and brake. We've got another one of the standard Nippon chariot cars coming the other way, with an F40 pushing on the rear. We should be exiting this tunnel at around about 30 miles per hour. Just got a bit of an internal lighting on for us there. Even though in fairness you can see what we need to see, but it just gives you guys a little something more to do. Probably could have waited a little longer there before slowing down, but honestly it's not too concerning. Just coast it for the time being. As soon as we get out of the station, we'll be approaching 22nd Street Station. Our next stop after that is going to be Millbrae. Millbrae is the interchange station for San Francisco International Airport. So there's buses, planes, all sorts there. So we're just going to stop right down the end. There's the platform here. I'm actually going to slightly disregard our stopping point. I'm going to try and hide those within the game. Although they don't really help me out because, you know, I'm always looking for the stopping points anyway. If we stop where we're supposed to in this station, we're actually a little bit too long. So the passengers in the rear car would have to walk a little ways. Go. We'll just hit the doors open now. That's about right for us. We're a little on the late side. I'm just going to put the hood back up just so that I can now see roughly how long we've got left to wait for the passengers to board. Quick cab tour of the MP36 though. So your standard control systems are up here. So this is the stuff you have to turn on before you can basically move the train. You've got your HEP, which is head end power. It's a bit like the basically what provides power to the train. Your windscreen wipers, train line setup, which again I can't imagine we need to touch on a very regular basis. We'll lock the doors in preparation for departure. There we go. The next stop, as mentioned, is Millbrae. Hide. There we go. So brakes can come off. So the big red handle, that's the train brake lever. That actually combines train braking and the dynamic brake system on board the MP36. To the right of that is the little black lever there. That is the independent brake. The little silver handle down there, that is the brake cutout switch. So you have to cut the brake into the specific setting, which is either cutout, which is if you're not using the cab, freight, which is for freight trains, and passengers, which is for passenger trains. You've got the combined power brake lever there, which combines power and the dynamic braking system. I personally don't tend to use that, especially when I'm running with a train, because that only applies the dynamic brake on the loco. So the coaches behind will compress into us and can lead to quite nasty jolting for the passengers. You know what? As much as we hate passengers, they pay our wages. So we can actually start accelerating up towards 79 miles an hour, which is the highest speed limit on the route today. 79 miles an hour is the highest speed limit in America without in-cab signalling. And as Caltrain at this moment in time didn't have in-cab signalling fitted to their trains, 79 is the highest we can go. Okay, further controls we've got the horn, the bell switch, the alerter, which... Nope. So over here, I'm actually going to turn the reading light off now because we can see the stuff ourselves. But you've got the rear headlights, the controls to pulse the crossing lights, the sender switch, or the sender switches. That's the main controls. Other stuff to be aware of: the speedometer, the ammeter, which is fairly standard. I think it's the same on the GP38. Got the brake indicators, which are as written on the bottom. So coming out the end of, I believe it's this tunnel, we're doing 60 miles now. Absolutely love this train. Oh, and up here we've got the usual engine start-stop controls and the random switches that you never use, the dusty switches as they call them, I believe. Actually, disregard that. I'm overreacting. Yeah, I'm overreacting. I think it was the next tunnel. Again, it's better to drive safely than to end up accidentally speeding. Take a sip of my drink. Got to keep the vocal cords lubricated. Okay. It's coming at the end of this tunnel that I'm going to be doing 60 miles now. So I'm just going to coast for the time being. Coasting's a really brilliant tool in trains. Obviously with the fact that you're in a steel rail with a steel wheel is your only contact with the ground. There's actually very, very little friction. So trains can really coast for miles. It's actually 60. So yeah, 60 coming out this tunnel, my apologies. Okay, this is Bayshore Station. I always call it Bayview Station, because I always think it's that bay station, Oh yeah, you can see the bay as you go past, must be Bayview. Nope, it's Bayshore. 2 short blasts and 1. Cool, passing the end of the station, we're then cleared up to 79 miles an hour, so we should go foot to the floor driving, I guess. So we've got the centre beams there on the left being loaded. And this is South San Francisco Yard we're passing. The beginnings of we're passing, I should say. Driving without the hood is actually a very, very rewarding experience once you've learned it. It's a bit of a pain to learn at first, which is why I've got a notepad, which is why you see me glance down the left, I've got a notepad right there with all my speed limits and stuff written up on it. But I mean, the first page of the notepad gets me as far as South San Francisco, is the next yard basically. So it gives you an idea. 6. Get ready to pull back the power as soon as I see 79. 1, 2, let's go. 3, 4. Right. So as soon as we see the tracks, I'm narrowing to 2-track. Yep, they are now. Just going to put the brake up. Bring us down to 70 quite abruptly. You can hear the engines revving up there, starting to give brake, but we don't need that. That sign there to mile to the next station. We're not stopping though. We've got a little over 5 miles to go now until Millbrae Station. I'm hoping to be doing a stream tomorrow, which is going to be like a nice, relaxed, talky stream. Well, it'll have happened by now, because I'm well ahead of my YouTube videos right currently. So pressing the signal after the curve, will then curve back up to 79 miles an hour. So I'm going a little ahead of myself here, so I'm just going to coast it off. And there we go, that's past the signal. That's the sign there. And I'll put the power in. By the time I get the rev up, we'll have passed it. Cool. So next thing to bear in mind is what we're going to be looking at for the aggregate loader on the left hand side. As soon as we pass that aggregate loader, we want to brake down to 65 miles an hour to get ourselves ready again. $770, $79. I might pull off now. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of talking. I'm going to do a nice talky video for the next few weeks. So yeah, this is South San Francisco station, so it's 4 miles to go until Millbrae station. It's a little too soon. Got another GP38 there. Hello GP38. Meow. Oop, that's twitching my part. I have a weird twitch in my fingers, and it sometimes causes me to click, which is really annoying in GTA. Because you'll be standing there talking to someone, and then you just punch them in the face for no apparent reason. That's the aggregate loader, or unloader point on the left-hand side there. Some empties parked up next to it. Oh, that there is the loader. Which can use a nice gentle application to get us out at 65. But the unloader was back there. Had some thingies parked on it by hoppers. We've got 65 limit in force until we pass San Bruno station, which will be the next station. And the gallery car coming the other way. That is the F40 service. That's one of the F40 services. They are actually really nice trains. I struggle to drive them because they have lap brakes. I hate lap brake systems. I'm gonna go full power now. This is San Bruno station, so not San Carlos. San Carlos is a very cool station. So we're soon going to be thinking about slowing down for Millbrae station, which is the main braking point for that is the metro lines coming in on the left hand side. That's a milepost there, but unfortunately due to the glare of the headlights it's impossible to read, and the fact that we're doing 70 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour. Yeah, so that is it's on the we'll be entering a left hand curve. And at that point, we'll be time to brake down towards our force for our arrival into Millbrae station. That's the mile to go sign right there that we just passed. So we want to brake at about sort of 0.8 mile to go until the stopping point. Millbrae is a very large station. I'm going to go for about half brake. There you can see the station starting to load in there now. Go to 35. Yeah, I did slow down a little on the rapid side there. Once again though, I've said it before, I'll say it again. On the railways, yes, it's great to be on time, but I'd rather be a little bit late and not be blasting through a station at 60 miles an hour, which I have done before. Nebworth. Love you, Matt. Not that he ever watches my videos, but hey. Yeah, Matt is a legend, so. He actually brought Nebworth for my job interview, which is amazing. I'm going to have a look at disabling lecture and this person and stuff. I might as well. No, I'm not. That's giving me cheats. Millbrae, as mentioned, Millbrae is a really nice big interchange. I was going to say, I usually hit the horn if there's someone too close to the platform edge. Our spot at the end here. Again, for whatever reason, this train, if you stop at the right points, usually causes you some issues. Okay, we'll unlock the doors on the right. That's... Oh god. So yes, train 928. Oh, MP36 over 928. Screenshot. Don't make me do that. Okay. Also, it looks like for whatever reason the tail lights have turned themselves on. Yeah, it's all. Lock the doors. Time. Fuck you. Oh no. Okay. I broke something. Oh no, we're back. It's all good, guys. We are back. Just gonna check our doors. Decidedly closed. Fog lights were actually turned off. I just, for some reason, on this train keep thinking they're turned on. Okay. Sorry about swearing there, guys. So next stop is Redwood City. So we've got a starting speed limit of 75 miles an hour departing Millbrae. Give those tourists something to my home about. Notch 8 launches aren't as uncommon as you may think, is all I'm going to say. Full power now. I'm going to change my seating position somewhat. For the gallery car is fine. Nice long one there. We've got one under green aspect currently. We will be catching up a stopping service between here and Redwood City. I think remember about Redwood City, their climate is best by government test. I'll show you guys that slogan as we go past the city. Which I find slightly hilarious because of the scenarios I've played going past there, it's all on hazy days. And the way haze is done in Train Sim World, it just appears really smoggy. And not badly smoggy, but like the sort of thing of you wouldn't want to brag about how nice the environment is. But no, Redwood City I assume is a very nice place. It's just I've never had the privilege of going there. If anyone from Redwood City is watching on to buy me a plane ticket, just get in touch. Facebook. Facebook, Twitter, email, anyway. Yeah, okay. Being on my knees wasn't the greatest idea. I retract that idea. So, yes, this train really does get up and go. It wants to. Get some air dive later on. I just mixed it before the video because I wasn't expecting to be doing a face cam, but now I am. One of the cool things you'll notice with Train Sim World as well, I'm not sure if it's a cool thing actually, all the audio for the crossings is all exactly the same, so they're actually in sync. That is Belmont Station, so it's like 3.5 miles to go now. It's actually, we're now doing the route that you do during the RIP tutorial. One of my lights just fell off my desk for no apparent reason. Cat, hello? No, I don't have a cat, I'm just... Cats just knock things off desks, as we know. That wasn't a good joke, that had to explain, I'm sorry guys. There we go, bell off now. Let's really give it the beans. So a blast on the horn going through the station. Just run the bell till I get to the end. This is now the tutorial route. Yeah, there was just no way that was going to work. Why did I press that though? Oh, that's my player's driver's leg stretch. So actually, no, I'm not going to break my cardinal rule. I'm just going to use a little bit of loco brake to pull the speed back down below 75. There we go. There's a nice gentle brake out. So it's strange pulling it. I think shoving it left would release it, but nah. So I'm no train designer. I do absolutely love the Caltrain routes. Like driving Caltrain, it's so much fun. That looked like a crossing there. The tunnel. First screenshot taken. A few miles to go to Redwood City still. As I said, I believe we follow an AI on the way there. But we get held up because it's not actually a very long distance at all between, I believe it's Redwood City and Menlo. Menlo Park, by the way, Menlo Park is my favourite place on this route. I don't know why, the word Menlo, I like it. By the way, RIP. Getting a bit ahead of myself talking about Menlos. You'll be pleased to see that is my notepad for this. Mermaid life, mid for life, I should say. Mermaid. No, sorry, it's Thingy and Mountain View, and Menlo Park and Mountain View stations very close together. Okay, got a flashing amber. I'm just going to pull the speed right back out to 45 miles an hour now. Since we get a good sight on the next signal. So the key for me with driving defensively is to actually take as many precautions as possible. Giggity. Because especially when you're driving trains such as this, it takes a lot of energy to get obviously up to speed and so back down again. So what you want it to be doing is just driving as defensively as possible. So that way, if you have to stop, you're taking out as little energy as possible while still keeping the train moving. If that makes sense. Basically, the most power is to get to about 0 in about 1.5 miles an hour. Takes the most energy. After that, to get to say 40 to 41 is actually very little because you've overcome rolling resistance. Let's cheat a little bit. Still on a flashing amber aspect. So I'm just going to coast along at this pace. If we get to a solid amber aspect, I'll get really quite defensive. I mean, I've got probably 2 defensive already, but well, I think I've slowed down a substantial amount, probably more than you normally would, but I wouldn't say 2 defensive. I don't think that's the right phrase to use. Once again, worst time possible to be distracted and get a drink. New t-shirts, I'll show you that, guys, in the next video. This is like, yeah, I don't get out much, okay? Stop bullying me. Well, yeah, that is a flashing amber aspect still. I believe this is San Carlos station. Certainly looks a lot like it if there's American flags. On the left, it is. I'm not sure what station this is, sorry guys. So you can see the bi-levels on nice and streamlined vehicles. Solid amber, so that means we're catching the train ahead of us up, even dropping it at 40 miles an hour. Cool, so I need to be able to stop within what I can see, so well, I can actually keep the pace where it is currently. I believe the next signal's on a down curve to the left, and it's the signal actually protecting Redwood City Station. I do enjoy driving around here. It's so different. See, what I like about the Caltrain route is it's very different to European stuff, but the operation style is very similar. Lots of fast, but it's big fast locos, or big locos, fast locos, lots of stopping, through into urban areas. Which, yeah. So we covered 24 miles so far, which is a nice little distance to have covered. That is the mile to go sign. That's the mile. So we've covered a mile since San Carlos, sorry, since the last station. Get a bit sneaky here and do what I used to do back in the day. Get Wikipedia up. Although I'm not going to do it now because that's a mile to go until... Yep, mile to go to Redwood, so that was our sign. Let's just put a bit of brake on, get the speed slowed off, and yep, stand that brake up. Make the train work a bit. Actually, no, got the amber. I saw the red before I saw the amber, so yeah. We'll just use quite a big boost of power to get ourselves swung back up to about 30. We're very close into the station now, and there's very little point in us actually accelerating much faster than this, because if we do, we're just going to have to take all the energy back out the train again. I think the livery does a lot of it for me as well. Yeah, this is definitely Redwood City, alright. See if the bell running. There's the sign for Redwood City, climate best by government test. See if the bell running. There we go. Let's pop the doors. Since we're here, I'll very quickly show you guys climate best by government test. Redwood City, climate best by government test. There you go. Seems to be their little slogan. See, those headlights to me just look on constantly, or those taillights. There you go, screenshot taken. Let's pop back in the cab, lock the doors, let's get going. So next stop is Menlo Park. Should leave the brake on until those doors show locked. Yeah, Menlo Park, our next station stop. Really great thing about this game is I've got no idea what time it is because I don't have a clock. I'm probably very late, but not much I can do about it. Now let's not redline the train. So starting speed limit, let's actually just come back here. Okay guys, so we're now leaving, we're now leaving for Redwood City for Menlo Park. I managed to mess up, so we're coming back in now. I managed to mess up again, coming back in, so things happen there. Kind of interesting how I'm leaning over this far out. I'm actually heading this quite well, good. So, one of the things I used to do when I was doing Train Sim 1 videos, and what sort of got my subject matter knowledge on trains up quite a bit, was sitting and read Wikipedia whilst I was doing the journey. So the MP Express series is a series of diesel-electric passenger train locomotives designed for commuter rail service. They were built by a motive power subsidiary of Wabtec. To date, MPI has offered 5 variants: the MP36 PH3S, MP36 PH3C, what we're driving now, MP40 PH3C, MP32 PHQ, and MP54AC. However, due to federal emission standards, the 54AC is the only locomotive currently on sale in the United States, as the only MPX locomotive that meets the standards. There's me going, this thing's nice and modern, I bet it's really great for the environment. Screenshot. There we go. So yeah, they're actually really quite popular. So there's the 3C is the version that we're driving, has the most current sales. There are 217 total produced, of which 110 are PH3Cs. They're built to the standard 4 foot 8.5 inch gauge. Yeah, they are really awesome locomotives. Go Transit is currently the largest client for MPX locos with 67 in their fleet. Go Transit's really big actually. With a further 18 on order. So the 3C series uses which is what we're driving, uses the EMD645 F3B prime mover, same as the MP36 PH3S model, with a separate head and power generator, a CAT C27 diesel engine, hence the C designation. In this arrangement, when providing HEP, the full 3,600 horsepower from the prime mover is available for traction, and the prime mover is allowed to idle at lower RPM. Having two engines is more complex, but resulting in lower noise emissions and lower fuel. Oh, hello. Ooh, hello. Bullet going the other way. I like bullets. Okay, this is not our station, but once bitten, twice shy. I'm going to idle going through this one. This is Allerton Station. We've now got to keep our eyes out on the side of the track for the little white X, which indicates white S, which indicates 1 mile to go until our next station. So I'm going to now gently brake it down at 35. Yep. You can hear the engine behind us is kicking in as well. Got the amber aspect there. I'm going to coast now. There's the station ahead. Okay, we'll get the speed down about 20. Okay, it's a bit closer than it looked. Cement mixer spotted. Welcome to Menlo Park. What a beautiful little station. Just spotted a collectible down there. So I'm going to get to the end of the platform and just stop on those markers. I'm going to try and leave the crossing unobscured though. Stand the brakes up. Quite a few people getting on enough here. That's one of the other things I quite like about train simulators. You can get up and walk about. Being slow rolled by a bus driver must be a train spotter. So. Okay, this is actually a really short step leg next between Menlo and Mountain View, and it's actually the most difficult, in my opinion, to keep the time on. Let's get going. And I'm actually going to go for a not straight launch out of here. Yeah, so it's 45 miles an hour we're aiming for. 45 or maybe even 50, right, just as we approach this next bridge. It's not even, I think the bridge has actually been filled in underneath, but they've just left the framework in place. Muraca. See, this is the bit I quite like, because, you know, the MP36 really is sort of, in my opinion at least, a Express C locomotive. Whereas this step here is actually really short. Like even the F4, like, you know, even things like a 142 would struggle to accelerate up to speed and get slowed down at a time on a route like this. And Mountain View is the station approaching on the right. Probably could have got up to about 55, but you live and you learn. Got a what's that? Gallery car on the other side as we arrive. This Mountain View station. After Mountain View, it's a fast run all the way to San Jose to Everett. Yeah, his door's just opening, I think, or closing, I can't tell. No, that's the sound of the doors closing, I believe. Dude, doors are about to close. Please stand clear of the doors. Just stop. I don't even care about the stop markers at this point. Well, I just fallen out of a train, that's great. Must have been so comfortable. There we go. Got more school buses hanging about. Yeah, actually go on. Sit in the driver's seat, get ready for departure again. Time to secure the doors. That's the greatest screenshot in the world. Yes, my apologies, that wasn't. Mountain View Station. That was Palo Alto Station. Doesn't feature my notes at all yet. I managed to stop that. I'm doing well. So the first station we stopped at was Palo Alto, followed by Mountain View. So it was Redwood City, Palo Alto. Sorry, yeah. But the So I'm going to keep an eye out for milepost 35 for our braking point. Such a derp. Wouldn't be any video without an error like that. If you made it this far in the video, please type in the comments section right now if you've got a YouTube account. Ellie, you are a derp. Thanks. So I've got a lovely case of the sniffles right now. So mileposts, the mileposts are white with a number on them. I had the hood up the whole time, I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention to it if it was up actually. guess I'm going to have that up. So, yeah, so you can see, looking at the timetable. 36 miles in the MP36. Woo. And scrolling through. We did yeah. Mountain View. We're due in then about, well, 5 minutes from now, I guess. We're a little bit behind schedule. That just comes from dropping out the hood. Yeah, it's just the fans kicking in now, unfortunately. It's got some beefy fans, this thing, so. Mind you, I'm trusting at the moment we are behind a substantially big block of metal. So I was just, you know, looking at that RV coming towards us, I was thinking, this thing versus an RV, this thing's winning. Although, one of the first, when we're doing scenario designs for this, one of the actual ideas I had was, I remember watching Mythbusters episode with an MP36 running like loco, and they actually had it was the kind of like a push chair blow, be sucked off the edge of a platform, giggity. God damn, I said it. Sucked off the edge of the platform by a passing train, so they had one of these running past like line speed, like 60 in the area. I was trying to figure out where it was, because if it was on this route I would have loved to have had that as a scenario. I've got to slow down far too much. You get hear the wonderful roar of the cab. That's our mile to go post. So when I get up to about 70, I want to hit about 70 on brake. Actually, that was mile post 35, so I'm going to start braking away. I was trying to, when I was doing my route loading notes for this year, I was looking at two sort of schools of thought for doing my notes. Do I either have like a specific marker on the track, that's my braking point, or do I just describe a location really well? So milepost 35, or do I say milepost next to two bits of the track that come in, you know, and describe features in the area, like big wall with graffiti, like big warehouse with graffiti approaching overbridge, you know, something like that. This is Mountain View Station, our last stop before we've got we're hardballing it through to San Jose. I absolutely love this. Run. The reason I'm waiting to drink is I've got the sniffles. I love these old station buildings, that one on the right there. Okay. Again, I'm going to try and keep the crossing as a clear zone. Welcome to Mountain View. Again, we're keeping that 2 minutes late, being about right. It's now pretty much what we're at 15-minute fast run to San Jose. Check out this bad boy. My notes to San Jose aren't actually that major because it's pretty much get up to line speed and go for it from here. Let's get those doors secured. Doors are now closing. Just 10 miles straight highball. Sorry guys, just sitting in the same place. I'm sitting on my bed because this is what I saved me doing my laptop, which is chunky. Chunkier than I was anticipating it being, put it that way. Really good fun actually though, really good fun. Got a new pencil case today. It's got like sea creatures on it. Yes, by the way, I am actually a very small child. I think that on a regular basis. Anyway, getting us back up to line speed. So yeah, the launch customer for the MP36 PH3C was Caltrain, which is a commuter railroad in the San Francisco Bay Area. Oh, I didn't know that. I've never heard of Caltrain before. Caltrain ordered 6 locomotives in 2003, which were built and delivered in the same year. This is going to be the most popular MPX variant with 100 delivered to 9 customers. Caltrain themselves, of course. Let me just get a quick little scroll down to their fleet. Locomotive-wise, they have the F40PH2, they have the F40PH2 CAT, F40PH2C. So they've got 3 different variants actually of the F40. And they also have 6 of the MP36s, which is what we're driving today. Just giving it a quick little check to speed there. When they first started, they used to have GP9s and used those as yard switches, but they upgraded those to MP15s as of 2003. The last GP9 actually leaving service right the way in 2013. Potentially put into storage though. If you look at the liveries on them, they're pretty crazy. Caltrain also now owns some AEM7ACs, which are the locos that were displaced off the Northeast Corridor by the ACS64s. I know that makes a lot of sense to all of you, but it's basically electric locomotives, quite boxy, quite old, that are being used to test the overhead line equipment because this route's being electrified at the moment. Passenger car wise, they have what, a couple of different types. They've got Nippon Chariots and the Bombardier bi-levels. They also have a single rail diesel car with its engine removed, and it's used on special event trains. It was actually sold in 2005. They only have one now, which I believe is used for I'll get away from me. Which is used for track measuring. What is my next landmark? Okay. What else can I talk about? Oh, bit of a plug again. This book right here. How well can you see it? Not very well. Clive Cussler's Final Option. It's actually a brilliant book. Clive Cussler's a brilliant author in my opinion. One I'm starting to get back into again. Well, not starting to get back into. What actually happened was, at my last job, we found a website where you can read books online. Not proud of it. It was piracy, but hey, you do what you got to do to get by. Hello. Anyway, and I found most of his books on there, and I read pretty much all of them. I absolutely love love that. What I like about his books is it's a style of book where you read it, and although you know it's not the truth, if you squint a little bit, it just about could be. And that's what I really like. And the final options from a series called The Oregon Files, which is basically about this guy with a super high-tech spy ship traveling the world and vanquishing America's enemies, basically. I love it. I honestly love it. It's so peaceful and yeah, it's not a relaxing read. But when I was back, is it a relaxing read? I don't know. It's a catching read. It's probably the phrase I'd use. When I was coming home from seeing my dad at Christmas and going to see my family, I actually pretty much picked. Well, I started reading it as we cleared the time bridges and I waved goodbye to the northeast. Put it down as I was changing trains in Sheffield. Put it down to watch the railway technical centre go past at Derby. Put it down to change trains at St Pancras, and then put it down to walk home. Got home, sat on the bed, and finished the last 30 pages of it. I was trying for like 5.5 hours, and I read the entire book in that time. It's a brilliant, brilliant book. Cannot recommend it enough. I'm just cheating a little bit there. This screen that I've got is actually really nice. I'm not sure why, but it just seems a lot more HD than my current one. Even though Train Simula's actually on a lower setting on this PC, I think. Yeah, it's getting pretty late now. So the next thing we're looking out for, I forget the name of the station, but it's got a really nice signal box on the actual station property, which is open to the public apparently on weekends, it looks really awesome. I'd love to go. Again, I was researching for this, and I saw an MP15 dragging an F40 past Light Local, and I was like, ooh, oh, that's it right there, look at that. So that is 2.5 miles to go, and a 1.4 to a 40 limit. So passing the next overbridge, it's 800 yards to the 40 limit, so I'm going to slow down a little before that, just to get slowed down in time. See, I wrote my notes in cursive, so I'm now looking at it going, what did I say there again? Should go to idle. 800 yards is still probably enough to get down to 40. Because I've really enjoyed this journey actually. Thoroughly enjoyed it. That's this Seamoth appearing in shot on the right. Okay, I know where I need to be doing 20 by. The wonderful Caltrain Seamoth over there on the right hand side. Central equipment maintenance and operations facility. Keep having to try and say it in my head to like get it right. Should I pull that down? No, no effect. I don't know about you guys, but every time I go past a depot on a train, I'm always looking around just to see what's out. But now it looks like everything's been put away. And that's why this thing about depots, isn't it? Like, as I mentioned about the book, actually, there's always I'm approaching, I'm going past Derby Railway Technical Centre, put the book down because it's Derby. You know, 20, we'll just coast. Again, slow down a little too soon, but find me, mate. Just use notch 1 to keep us going. So we'll get into just to Diridon. Because we're going to be handing over to another driver, we need to secure the cab, but not like fully shut it down. So I'll walk you guys through that. Bit too slow now. Bit of the old go-go juice down. Keep us going. So yes, this next gantry controls the approach to San Jose Diridon. So we need to get a good sighting on that. Make sure we've got a green aspect or a proceed aspect. We've got the flashing amber there, which basically says it's a red aspect at the end of the station. That's fine. We can accept that to proceed. Flashing red's actually a flashing amber. Just some signals aren't capable of indicating a flashing amber, is my understanding at least. Okay guys, this is San Jose Diridon, so we've made it. We're in one piece. We stopped at all the stations, barely. Now hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. But if you're a committed fan, hang around and you can watch me shut the cab down, I guess. So half of Caltrain's fleet of MP36s is currently at San Jose. Yeah, I'm losing any semblance of a frame rate at this point. Gonna be a bit further forward, but nah. Cool. Secure the cab. That's all we do at this stage. Yep, okay. Let's dismount the cab. So guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis. Just the next one.